Oh.
Or tell your Aunt Louise, tell anything you please, myself already knows I'm not okay. Or you can tell my eyes to watch out for my mind, it might be walking out on me one day. But don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, I just don't think he'd understand. And if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, he might blow up and kill this man. Ooh, but don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, I just don't think he'd understand. And if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, he might blow up and kill this ma.
This ma. Thank you for the TTS. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Hope you're well. Boo. This music is chill. Okay, I probably need to bring that show with me. Why does slow mode say it's on? Oh, he's on a break. I was like, why does the stream stop? He on a break. Dang it. Yeah, it's definitely a back toss there. Oh, hello. How we doing, Os? Or Oswi? Oswi? I don't know actually how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Wow. Keep forgetting I need to hold up there. Oh, okay. Augers? Dang it. That was probably right, and then I bet a Koopa comes flying in. Wish it was the weekend. Me too. First one was good. Os? Okay. Os or Osy? Okay, 1 for Os, 2 for Osy. Feel free to mess it up as much as you want. Yeah, but I want to call you by what you like to be called too. Crap. 2. Osy. Okay. Got it. I wish it was the weekend too, Nick. Crap. I did not do that correctly. Oh, did it pause? Yeah. So, I don't know if you saw it last night, but Kaizo Kindergarten is not a beginner hack. It is not, and I think I said this last night in Slayers. It was never meant to be a beginner hack. It was to explain the complicated mechanics for like really hard hacks. So the name is misleading. You think it'll be super easy, but it is not. And it was never meant to be. So that's a hack that I think you should come back to much later. That should not be your like second hack. There's a lot of complicated stuff in there. But yeah, I'm doing really good. The name is very misleading on that hack. There's a whole... Yeah. And it's not to say you couldn't do it, it's just gonna be a long grind, right? But the name Kindergarten makes you think, oh, this is a super beginner hack. It's not. Try Love Yourself. It's another great... I think it's a little easier than Celery, to be honest. But it's got some really good setups, and it was the one I recommended before Celery came out. I think it's a really good, like, I've never played Kaizo before. Crap. I gotta change Cody's alert. Let's see how it goes. Cool. Yeah, so I've played a lot of hacks and a lot of beginner hacks. Close to like 200, I'd say. I've played every beginner hack that exists on SMW Central. I used to have them ranked somewhere. I'll see if I can find that list. But yeah. I don't think you have to play every beginner. I just wanted to, just to say that I have. Now they've changed the rankings, so I'm sure I've missed a couple. So, yeah, there's plenty we could probably give a recommendation on. I think you'd like Love Yourself. It's got a really good soundtrack too. And then Babby Builds Wevels is another one. If you just search B-A-B-B-Y, like baby with 2 B's at the end, that's another fantastic beginner hack. Might be my favorite 3 beginner hacks. What am I doing? Yeah, there you go. Yep, Babby builds Webbles. It's really silly. I don't know. I think Love Yourself is a little simpler. I think Babby might be a little bit more complete in terms of like skills that you learn. So it's hard to say better. I think they excel at different things.
Domination of chaos.
Loki. Crap, that was progress. Hi, Loki. I excel at chaos. Yeah, I PowerPoint at it. Ah. Word. Yeah, go with it. Yeah, that's what I would say, right? Yeah, if you've been stuck on Kaiser Kindergarten, Love Yourself's gonna be a good confidence booster. You're like, yeah, I can beat levels. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that you had to go through Kaiser Kindergarten. If it makes you feel better, I don't think I've finished Kaiser Kindergarten yet, so... Well, because it's a tutorial hack, kind of, right? And it's like teaching you about like the number of frames and stuff. It just doesn't seem important for me to play at this current point in time, you know? Dude, much love to you, Cody. Thank you for always showing the love. Art readers, nice. Oh man, I meant to put like... I was trying to find a custom command that if Moltar types the word raiders, type, I thought you were addicted to Satisfactory. No. Way too early. 15. 15? 15? Is that the stream streak you have? If so, I didn't see a message. Stream message at first. Oh yeah. There it is. Wrong box. Been there. Wait, what are we talking about? Ooh. Dang it. Yeah, at one point I was like, holy, do people really mix all kind of different jumps that often beginner hacks? Like low jump, max height, regrab, high jump, max height. Yeah, and the definition of beginner is changing. To where sometimes you'll see some pretty complicated stuff in beginner hacks, but yeah, no. Yeah. That tricked me when I first started too. Now, ISO Kids is a really fun one too. And it actually is like baby hack. Anyway, start with those two, and then I'll give you some more recommendations. Start with those two. Uh-oh. What happened now? What about 25? I thought of something funnier than 24. 25. Nope. Seriously. Seriously. What about the person above you? Can you sue him? Because I feel like if the plumbing was the apartment's fault, because this isn't an act of God. You know what I mean? Like, was this did they ever like figure out what happened? Was this due to like a frozen pipe? Was it due to lack of maintenance or anything? I'll be trying to track that shit down. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, that's what we do, man. That is what we do. For us, it's all about the community and watching people Especially, you know, Bunky will tell you this too. One of his favorite things is to just watch people grow through Kaizo. Watch them start out like, you know, struggling to be like, man, I don't think I could ever make that jump that fast too. I did my first triple shell jump today. Like he just likes to see the growth and progression in Kaizors. Like they're the really good people, they're a dime a dozen, but I don't know if they did anything wrong. I don't know what the cause was. They probably wouldn't tell you either. Especially if it makes them liable. All he told me was pipe burst. Bunky likes to watch people. It's times like that that make me wish I had a lawyer. Be like, hey, what does this mean? And they're like, oh no, due to this, they're obligated to this. I feel like they should at least be able to... You should be able to, like, garnish the rent. You know what I mean? And, like... I don't know, for every day that it wasn't hospitable or whatever, or not usable, you shouldn't have to pay. Wow. Does it say that in your lease? That they're not responsible? Oops. Yeah, there was nothing I could do about that. Yeah, I think that'd be good. 'Cause I feel like if it doesn't say that in the lease, that they're not responsible, then they are responsible, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's been a long time. I don't think I've ever been in an apartment as an adult. That's not true. I was there for like a year after college, but... I won't say I had a slum. I had a landlord that would like take care of stuff, for sure. But like you'd rather be paid under the table in cash, so it was cheaper if you did that way and stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of. I wasn't there long. Not for any bad reason other than I just wanted to be in a house instead of an apartment. Dude, what am I doing? No, for sure. For sure. But I'm just saying, like, if it says it in the lease that they are not responsible for whatever, it's a little tougher for sure. But if their lease goes against Georgia, you know, apartment housing laws or whatever it's called, then it doesn't matter what their lease says, right? If their lease goes against the law, it's not a binding legal document to begin with, right? Ugh. Yeah. That is absurd, though. Yeah. And then trying to read all the boilerplate, and then making sure that your interpretation is the law's interpretation, right? The way that some of these things are written. Did it only affect you? And I guess the person, like, the neighboring apartment that caused this? Or, like, was this like a... Dude, that sucks. So it's not even like you guys could, like, divide and conquer and figure this out together. You got the damage, yeah. Yeah, probably a little bit, right? Like where the originating pipe was, but very localized, not like you I was impacted by gravity. Yo, what's up, man? How we doing? The Big D, long time. How the heck are you? Just checking. Ooh. Okay. Okay, no Bunky yet. I just had to make sure. Sometimes listening to Bunky yell in rage, so calming to me. That's great. From what I understand, the pipes broke in the rafters, so it would have been under their floor. Yeah, so yeah, they're probably not even directly impacted. Not now. I guess it depends if how the water traveled through, right? But ugh, okay, such a tricky jump. Crap, did that terribly. I grabbed jump too soon, so I started falling too slow, too quickly. Ooh. What am I doing? You know when you know how to play a game and you're watching someone try to figure it out for the first time? And it's frustrating and you're like, oh, just give me the controller, I'll do it. Now, I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm supposed to do per se. Not that. I need to wait till it bounces off that left wall. Like, I get that piece. I'm saying I've never played this hack before, so I don't know everything about it, but I'm definitely judging myself the way I would judge someone else. Like, oh my god, this is painful to watch. Crap. Needed the Z jump there. What are those emotes? Hey, girl. I'm digging the pig theme. I like it. Oops. No, too early. It's not right before it bounces on the left wall, it's right after. So right when it's on that. Or not. All Georgia law states is that they have to repair it in a timely manner. Within 1 month, and they can evict you if you withhold rent. Wow. That's crazy. Dude, that sucks. That sucks a lot. On the landlord's side without telling me they're on the landlord's side. Jeez. Multi. That's insane. Also, that's an insane amount of rent. Jesus. That's more than my mortgage. By like a lot. What am I doing? Because you're in the good county. No, I mean, I get it. I live in the state capital, so if I was renting, yeah, it'd be like 2 grand plus. The same. I could probably find something small for around that price. Like a 1-bedroom or something. Or, but if it was a house, 2 grand plus. Easy. Crap, I didn't know what I was doing. Augers. The good part of the good county, so it's higher. No, it's fair. It's fair. 1 bedroom, but it's got 2 bedrooms because the second one has windows, a closet, and can fit a bed. Well, fair enough. Yeah, the definition of what's considered a bedroom definitely changes by state and by county. No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, if I were to move an hour south, I could have twice as much house and 3 times as much yard for what I pay, but it's like the second most dangerous city in the state. And it's more dangerous than 90% of the country based on whatever the name of that survey that is that they do based on violent and non-violent crimes. They have one for every city in the country. Some sort of code. Actually, I think it's 2% in that city. It's 10 where I am now. It's not a very safe state in general to live in, but where we're at's good. For that number, they count everything, right? So if you get something stolen from your yard, you know, it counts as against you just like someone being murdered does. It includes it all, so. We have a lot more things like that. Not to say we don't have the other stuff. We definitely have the other stuff. Good lord. Yeah, we've definitely talked about your landlords before. That's ridiculous. And I guess it's not even your landlords, right? It's the agency that manages it. The management agency is what I was trying to say. Which is the same thing in less words. I don't know why that was a struggle for me, but here we are. God, Z-jumps are interesting. Oops. That time I did too big of a jump. Me too. there were 2 turn blocks, it'd be a little better. Or a little easier. Actually hate that more. Mainly because I'm bad at them. Oh, you're still at work, huh? Misfit! I've lost my timing on this. By the way, we had a couple follows and subscriptions on YouTube earlier. If you happen to come back and you happen to be here now, thank you so much. I had monitoring turned off on accident. Like, it's the default setting when you add a new source. So you guys probably heard the alert and thought I was ignoring it. I didn't hear it. So thank you so much for following. Welcome to the family.
Jackpot.
Oh, you're sitting in your car. I'm sorry, Loki. Oops.
Welcome to the family.
Yo, thank you for the follow, Marco. Or the sub, excuse me. Sorry, getting all the terminologies mixed up here. Thank you so much. Ugh. Ooh. Oh god, what am I doing here? Hang on. How long you planning to be on? Probably like another At least 30 minutes. I'm hoping for longer, but I'm not feeling the greatest, so I might dip early, but I'm gonna try to stay on at least for a half hour. Yeah, it's just seemed really far away. Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can rewind and get back to that spot. Oh, don't worry, you'll have Bunky soon. Right? Okay. Oh, yeah, that could totally work. I think what it wanted me to do... Oh no, it doesn't want me to do that. Yeah, I think you're right, Loki. And I think the munchers are just there to be a deterrent. Yeah. Oh, I'm not raiding out for at least another half hour or so. I haven't seen misbehaving in a long time, though. It's a good shot. Yeah, I'm not looking to raid out for at least a little bit. I was going to try that too, but usually when you have a wall in front of you, they want you to jump out and drop it. You know? Yeah, GG's. Okay. It was fun watching them come back to life, right? Like in reverse? That was pretty sick. Why? Why do I pick this like half or half? I did not mean to walk off there. There's no saving that. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a Facebook anymore. You don't got much, son. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I understand. No, there's just so many people I miss because I don't have Facebook anymore, right? Ugh. Which means I also don't see messages and notifications nearly as much. I'm sure people think I'm ignoring them, but I just kind of forget that Messenger exists, you know what I mean? Since I'm not using Facebook. It also means I have to like actually remember people's birthdays instead of having that little reminder in the top right corner. So... I'll probably end if I get this GG. I could use some sleep. Now that I don't feel like I'm... I don't know what I was gonna say. Like I said, I don't feel the greatest, so... Crackers are helping, though. Well, yeah. I know that. Like, you can save it after, but I mean, like... Those people that you kind of talk to sometimes, not all the times. Where, like, you reach out to them once a year to tell them, you know, happy friendiversary or happy birthday. You know what I mean? Those friends. I mean, to be fair, I just don't talk to people like that anymore, but that's what I'm saying. Not much to see there. Unfortunately, yeah, in America, it's a cesspool where people are keyboard warriors and like to have their hot takes that are opinions that they see as facts and use it to, you know, spread hatred and stalk people. Or some people just live their entire lives on there. No filter. No sense of privacy for themselves. Yeah, yeah. Some stuff, yeah. Or order the other way, too. But yeah, all the extremists. On both sides. Your far left and your far right, just constantly arguing. And then posting other people's opinions as if it supports... Because someone else supports their opinion, all of a sudden it makes it true. It's toxic, man. And ever since Trump became president, I got off it. For your photography work? Yeah. For that exact reason. Yeah, dude, I mean... So someone had posted something really hateful. Really hateful, and someone I had looked up to. Someone I called friend. They posted something really hateful, and they're like, if you don't like it, just unfriend me. So then I unfriended them. Like, I didn't say anything, I didn't comment, I didn't reach out to them, I just unfriended them. And then they sent me this message on Messenger like, me, oh my god, I can't believe you would do that, you would just throw the friendship down the drain. And I'm like, dude, I've cut off family members. Like, no one is immune. Like, if we don't see eye to eye on something, if you just want to stand on hatred for the reason of just being hateful, like, I don't have time for that, and I don't want to see your content, and I don't want to call you a friend. And so, yeah, they got all pissy. Have a nice life. I will. I hope you have one too. But they're unavoidable too, right? Anyone who's like, politics shouldn't be in this, politics, like everything is politics, right? So it's naive to think that you can get away from it. People would talk about politics if people didn't become asshats talking about it. Like people, when they say no politics in my chat, the real reason is because people take either side too far and cause division and cause hate. If people could have intellectual, honest, open conversations and keep it respectful, I'm sure a lot more people would allow politics in their chat. It's not the politics side of the issue, right? It's people. Oh, me too. Rosie O'Donnell had the right idea when you started taking antidepressants. Oh, and that's the thing too, yeah. Those medicines just hurt you, right? And it's like, no, these medicines literally keep me going. Yeah, I'm on those too, so no judgment here. We're very pro mental health in this chat. We've talked about my previous suicide attempts and things in here. I don't know if I should have said that word actually. But yeah, we've talked about some really dark stuff here, so but only because I was comfortable in sharing it, right? We never force anybody to talk about anything they don't want to talk about. And if someone is uncomfortable, you know, I want them to feel comfortable enough to say it, and we can change topic too. I don't want to walk on eggshells for everyone, but I do want everyone to feel comfortable here. And it's a real part of life, right? Some people are just here for a distraction though, so I get that and I respect that. Yeah. Can I just disappeal to Ireland or something, right? Seriously. For sure, and you know, it's men's faults too. Like, and I'm not saying society hasn't played a part in that, but a big part of society playing a part in that is other men, you know what I mean? Being too proud. Being told to, and we can't cry, and like, rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine, and don't be such a pansy, don't be such a woman, right? Like all these things that are just... Emotions aren't gender specific, right? They're human. So we've kind of made that same problem for ourselves. Because we're too proud as a species to talk about it. Exactly. Ireland or Japan? I hear interesting things about Japan too. I think we in America kind of elevate Japan because of like pop culture. But I hear it can be pretty hard to... I mean, it's not like China where like your internet social score and stuff, but I just mean... It's not how we have it drawn up in our head, you know? Yeah, it's everyone's fault for sure. The only reason I instantly jumped to saying that a big part of it is men's fault is because men seem to not have accountability for that part. They want, like for instance, they want their partner in their relationship to take ownership for the mental health, but the only person that needs to take ownership of your mental health is you. So if you're going to blame someone else for the way you are, like, that's an issue. It's fine to identify trauma, but it's up to you to work on it, right? It's up to you to break the cycle. It's up to you to take ownership of how you think, repave those pathways that you've made. It's nobody's fault you're not better except your own, and I'm not saying... Like, if you're not ready to work on it, if you're not ready to hear those things, if you're not ready to make the changes that you need, then yes, it's not the right time, right? Because you need to make sure that you're in this for yourself. Nobody else cares about you as much as you care about you, right? No one thinks about you as much as you think about you. And I don't mean as a narcissist. I mean literally everything you do is thinking about you and yourself and how things are going to make you feel and how things are going to affect you. Because it's you, right? Oh my god, why? I pressed up too. So it's one of those things where like you're going to get out what you put in. And of course, you need help along the way. You need supportive friends, you need someone to talk to, right? I've had the same therapist for like 7 years. And so a lot of times, right, we'll take offense to what someone says to us. Or like, wow, they didn't think about me in that situation at all. And it's like, well, yeah, they were thinking about themselves. That's human nature. Sometimes things happen and our brain wants to fill in those gaps. And it's like, oh, they must be upset at me. I must have done something. When there's probably a good chance it has nothing to do with you. It's just you're thinking about you. And so it's normal. But like being able to draw those lines and realize when you actually did do something versus when sometimes people just have to process things on their own. And you got to give them that space. And it's okay every now and again to remind them that you're there. It's okay every now and again. But don't, if they're not answering you, because they're probably using what little energy they have to survive. It's not like, oh, you know, Shelly's not here, but she likes to tease how I leave her things on red sometimes, right? I'm gonna read your message in just a second, Oscar. Some days I literally, because, you know, I have 2 kids, similar to Bunky, right? Like our kids are very similar in age and we both have 2. Like our youngest is 6 weeks older than his youngest, and our oldest is 12 weeks younger than his oldest. So like all of our kids are really close in age. And so some days I'm just trying to make sure that I keep my house in order, that my kids are taken care of, that my wife is taken care of. And then I don't have anything else for myself, for anyone. Like, and getting on stream is easy. So if people think, wow, he streamed, but he couldn't chat with me. Those are different energy sources. Let me read chat before I continue the rambling. Holy shit, you're spot on. 100% concur with what you said. It's a burden on your partner. You can't overload your partner on purpose like that. No. Yeah, you gotta love yourself and you gotta be putting in that work because nobody can fix you for you. And if all you're going to do is just drag them down, they're going to get resentful and it's going to start causing a wedge. And I did that. I learned that the hard way. But we're good now. We're both communicating more, letting each other know where the limits are. Not because you don't care. So when someone sets a boundary, it's because they do care. If they didn't care about you, if they had no love for you, they wouldn't set boundaries, they would just leave. They're setting boundaries because they want to keep you in their life. So if you do love and respect that person, I know it can feel desperate. It can feel like, God, I just want them to help me feel better because I know that they can make me feel better. They're letting you know what their limits are, and if you truly love and respect them, and you want them to stick around, you have to respect those boundaries. Even the last 6 years, did it deal damage? Yeah, man. I mean, I could write a book for sure. Like I could definitely share some things, right? Been through some shit. A lot of it, like my own family that, you know, that now I no longer talk to, but been through some things that have defined me as a person. And I wouldn't wish on my enemies. But I decided, my grandmother taught me, she said, you know, at one point, we were going through kind of a lot, right? Like, my dad came out, well, Hurricane Katrina happened. We lost everything. And I've talked about that a lot, but we can talk about that another time. But, you know, I went through Katrina and my dad came out, so my parents got divorced. My grandma got really sick, so she had a quadruple bypass done, and so it's already a risky surgery. And then there was just a bit of malpractice, and so she suffered a lot of organ failure and stuff. But she was in rough shape. But I remember her telling me, so my siblings, my father, like, they like to complain about everything, right, and just whine about it. Doesn't fix anything, but they just like to keep going. And it's draining. It was draining. And so my grandmother told me, I want you to remember that we've been through a lot of stuff. A lot of things have happened. And life's gonna do that. Life's gonna knock you down. Over and over and over again. But at some point, you gotta stop being a victim and start being a survivor, right? And that's always stuck with me when she said that, right? What's done is done. You need to learn from it and move on from it and not let your past control your present and your future. To continue to just knock you into this rut over and over and over again and have power over you when it no longer deserves to have power over you. So yes, mourn, grieve, learn, sit with your emotions. I don't think enough people sit with their own emotions. They get uncomfortable. They don't like when they have to be accountable. They don't like that something bad has happened to them when they deserve better. They don't like when all these things have happened. But the more you can sit with those things, the more you can work through them and make sure that you're not going to put yourself in the same situation. Or if the same situation arises, you're going to be prepared and you're going to handle it differently and in a way that's healthier for you. That takes sitting with your feelings, right? That takes truly sitting, learning, taking full record, full ownership of everything that you did that contributed to that situation, that you can learn and you can become a better person. I think people get stuck in the happy-go-lucky thinking that they did sit, that they did learn, right? When all they did was pass the buck, or when all they did was, you know, push it, kick the can down the road, blame something else that was out of their control, because then it feels like it's less their fault. That they played less of a part in something, that it was just a freak accident that they're in this situation. But they're doomed to repeat it, right? They're doomed to repeat it if they don't sit with those feelings. Oh, thank you, man. I really need to hear those words and stories, especially now. Yeah, man, I'm kind of recovering from a low point in my life too. It's funny, each of my low points are always caused by something different. Well, no, I mean, that's why I share them, right? Because if nothing else, right, I can't fix whatever you're going through, but if I can give you a little hope, if I can give you a little validation that it's not just you going through it, there's power in that, right? When we can relate with people, when we can empathize with people, when we can show people that what you're going through is normal, and that we can both get through on the other side together, you know what I mean? Like, we can both see it through here. There's power in that because it keeps you going, right? Even if you get through it at different times, right? Knowing that the other person's waiting on the other side it gives you something to work for. It gives you that hope, right? So I always share it because I felt when I was at my worst, right? When I was going through the things that I was going through as a kid, I was alone, right? And I was alone with my thoughts, and I would go get lost in the woods and just like think, not even know that I was thinking, right? I was just trying to distract myself and just process, but I had no one to talk to. And I felt like I was an odd man out in my own house, and so I didn't feel like I would be given that time of day to be listened to, right? And so I never mean this in a holier than thou. Like, I never think like I'm trying to say that I'm better than anyone. I say that because of things that some of my siblings have said. But I like giving a voice to the voiceless. You never know, right? You never know what struggles people are going through. You never know what trials and tribulations people are facing, because not everyone feels comfortable to share. And maybe they don't feel comfortable to share because they never had someone who created that environment for them, that it was okay to share, that it was okay to take up space. No one's made that normal for them. And so I always share because I want people to feel like chills, Bunky. I want people to feel like that they do have a place, and that they can kind of break that they are worth it, they are worth taking up space. I remember there was a time when I thought that, and some days I still feel that way. But people like you all remind me that just because it's my truth doesn't mean it's the truth. Right? Your brain demons don't get to decide your truth for you. Just because you think it's true doesn't mean that it is. And when people give you a compliment, when people tell you you're worth it, my first move was to always discount them. Like, no, I know better. You don't know better. I know better. No. But guess what? Nobody, your mom, your dad, your siblings, your partner, you know, whatever level that partner is, your teacher, your best friend, nobody owes you anything. Nobody has to tell you those things. They chose to tell you. So you should choose to listen. Even if you don't believe it, eventually you will. Eventually, if you keep working, there's a chance that you'll get to see yourself the way that others see you. But if you keep shutting people down, if you keep acting like people's words don't matter, A, they'll never matter. B, they'll stop saying it because they'll stop wasting their time. They're like, well, he's not going to believe me anyway. Why would I compliment him? He's just going to tell me I'm not. And so they'll inadvertently pull back. Or they'll make themselves less available for you because our time, our energy is precious. We only have so much in a day, in a moment, for ourselves and the people most important to us. And what little we have left over, we either use on those same people or we decide to share with someone else. And that is such a gift. That is such a blessing to be on the receiving end of that from someone. They chose you to give this energy to. And it's on us to cherish that and to respect that and to hold that dear, because one day you are going to believe it. One day they're going to say it and your smile is going to be real. The butterflies you feel is going to be real. The blushing is going to be real. The tingles, the endorphin rush is not going to be faked. And that feeling is oh so worth it, because the instant you start believing it, you'll also start telling yourself those things and you'll start to believe it. Lee, anyone ever tell you that you rock? Yeah, you do a lot, and I appreciate it every single time, man. I appreciate you, Neil. I'm glad you found our channel. So many years ago. Yeah, we're so used to seeing the perfect life, right? The image we want people to see. And we think ours is bad. Yeah, well, and the other thing too, right, is, you know, there's the us that the world sees that we want them to see. There's the us that we see. And then there's that third unconscious that we don't know that people see, but it's there, like your body, like your faces. All those things, right? And the problem with social media is people think they have to paint this perfect life so that for likes and shares and like opinions, and they're fueled off this. And so someone thinks that they put something that's really important to them on their wall and only one person likes it or no one likes it, that all of a sudden that they matter less because they've put so much social stake, so much weight on likes, on engagement. Causes this false sense of satiety. And you get into the real world and you're working and you have this job and stuff and there's no like button. And so like people have a really hard time finding that same rush in areas that social media doesn't exist. You're awesome, Osprey. I mean, awesome. Your name's already in there. No, and I appreciate you guys letting me share these things, letting me just ramble and share what I'm thinking and being receptive. You know? Chica, hi. We just talked about that. Thank you, Chica. It doesn't matter if I believe it or not every day. I'm working on believing it every day. And the fact that you all are sharing these words with me, these words of encouragement, these words of affirmation, right? It's one of my love languages. These words of affirmation that you're sharing with me means the world to me. Even if I can't appreciate it in that moment, I want to. I was a lurkin'. Yo, dude.
Oswich I'll subscribe to your channel for 1 month.
Yo, thank you for the sub, Osprey. How does one learn if they don't listen? Preach, my brother. Plus, he has some cool ass emotes. I appreciate you guys. Bunky, thanks for coming over to the purple ass swale. Oh yeah, my emotes play sounds too. Not all of them. Some of my new ones I have to program. But yeah. Funky, we getting a stream from you, my guy? We saw the end once. I messed up. I threw the shell the wrong direction. Alright, I misread the trick. I thought it was supposed to be like a front shell drop. And like a distant... oops. Like I did this, right? Instead of... that. No, my emotes play noise. Program my bot to anytime the first word matches the name of one of my emotes that there's sounds tied to each one. You know what? I wonder if I could just walk off there. I probably could. I could probably do that. I'm like sitting here thinking and waiting for the bounce. I could probably... Whoa. Dude, I totally could. Yo, tell you a joke. I have no idea what that voice was, don't ask. Bunky wants a joke too. How do you play leapfrog with a porcupine? Very carefully. You know why oceans never go out of style? They're always current. Oh, I have to reprogram that. Damn it. I have to reprogram my meme sounds. I'll worry about that later. Oh wait, is it exclamation mark dad? And someone type exclamation mark dad. There might also be a dad joke in there from Jello. If you guys ever want to send me a dad joke, I'll put it in that command to share with the class if I deem it worthy. Leapfrog. Oh, daddy. Oh my goodness. Daddy, yes. Three golf clubs walk into a bar. The putter orders a beer. The wedge orders a whiskey. The bartender asks a third one if he wants anything. He says, "No thanks. I'm the driver." That's a good one. I like that one. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah, I could totally just walk off. Man, I've been overthinking that. It really is. It really is. Oh my god, I'm so mad. I've been here how long doing that the harder way? Oh my god, Monkey Girl has learned how to tell jokes. Oh yeah? And like, are they good? Why did the number 2 not laugh? God, I'm expecting a poop joke, but I don't know. Why? What am I doing? Because it's number 2 and oh my god. She's telling anti-jokes. Because numbers are sentient and not capable of having feelings. Oh my gosh. So she's telling anti-jokes. Boo. You know how birds fly in like a V formation? Do you know why? What am I doing? Do you know why one side is longer than the other? I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but one side is always slightly longer than the other. What am I doing? Do you know why that is? Because there's more birds on that side. Now it's gonna see, how is her dark jokes, I mean, how are her jokes gonna turn? Her anti-jokes, are they gonna get dark? Like what has 2 legs and is red all over? Half a cat? She does that with everything in the house. It's just a barrage of why didn't blank laugh or do something. Then the answer is because it's a blank. Because it was tummy time. You don't laugh during tummy time. Ah, that left-right screwed me up. She thinks he's hilarious. I didn't like that little smirk you said as you said that. You enjoy them. Oh, I do. I do enjoy a good anti-joke. So, 2 muffins are in the oven. First muffin turns to the other muffin and says, "Man, it's really hot in here." The other muffin says. Holy shit, a talking muffin. So bad. Love it. Oh, I thought I'd be done with this by now. I need to go get some sleepy sleeps. We saw the end. I just screwed it up. So, Bunky, when are you going? Are you still going with? Are you still up with the girls? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I answered my own question. I need to refresh this. Cool. I'm gonna hurry up and beat this level so that I can raid Bunky. I owe him a raid, so. Yeah, I see that. Bunky's good people, so if anyone does want to go watch Ratchet and Clank, he's a much better streamer than he gives himself credit for. And his Ratchet and Clank days are his really chill days. And it's fun because, like, he loves Kaizo. And he's really good at it, but it's also really stressful. And it makes him yell and rage and whatever. And it can take a lot out of you. Like, you can tell that he really loves Ratchet and Clank. And it's fun to see him, like, love video games again, casually play them, and just have a good time. Just laugh, do the things. He still sometimes yells. That's just who he is. But you can see the difference. He loves Kaizo, but there's something special about. You can tell, like, he really loves this game. Plus his nips are out, so there's that too. Yeah, I didn't get a notification either. That's why I was like, And usually he comes in and, you know, does what he does and then goes live. So, like, I thought. I kind of miss, though, when our schedules didn't clash. Like, but the kids dictate when I get to stream, so it is what it is. But I missed when we didn't stream at the same time. Are they right now? Ugh. Yeah. Just one of them. But his camera is really blurry. His stream quality is a little low, so it's almost like that forbidden channel that you got as a kid when you had to, like, smack the TV. Be like, that's a nipple. I think I saw a nipple through that static. I don't like that. Stream's pretty snowy. Unless that's on my end. I might have actually changed the quality of a stream earlier. I did. It's my fault. Never mind. His nips are pretty high def. I was watching a stream earlier and I forgot to send it back. Okay. No, yeah, do your thing, man. I totally get it. I totally get it. I owe him because he raided me, so I owe him. And I'll definitely get misbehaving on a future one. I like to raid people back who have raided me, and Bunky's the last person I owe. And then I'll take, if she's on tomorrow, we'll raid her tomorrow. My thing is too, is like, I'm comfortable with Bunky and I know I could, like, raid and lurk on him instantly. I haven't seen Misbehaving in so long, and so I'd feel like I need to chat and catch up a little bit. And I want to be in the mood for that. I don't want to rush it, and I don't want to come off that I don't want to talk to her. You know what I mean? I don't like raiding and fading on people that I haven't seen in a while. What is happening? I know, but It's who I am. I feel like I have to explain myself. I don't like being misunderstood. You don't have to agree with me, just understand me. I'm starting to even pull back from that. If people want to misunderstand me, let them. I'm working on that. It's easier said than done. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I'm working on it. I will definitely take a look at that though, Chica. I just want to finish this level. We've seen the end. I know I can do it. I'm watching and listening to 2 different streamers right now and playing Mario. I love my brain sometimes. No, your conversation head pops out just because when we came to visit, right? So, yeah. You're on my phone screen right now. You understand my position? Reverse cowgirl? I'm glad. Ah. How dare you break wind before me? Oh, grab. Why didn't he? Why didn't? Yeah, I am using a shader. The shader I'm using is... Whoops. (4xBRZ). Right. Looks all pixelated otherwise, and like the colors are like muted and not as... I don't know. But when I do this, it just looks smoother, like the refresh rate looks better. I don't know. I just dig it. That was a good fart, whoever that was. Ugh. Perfect, thank you. Gonna try and see how it looks on my screen with love yourself. Hell yeah. Yeah, 4xBRZ and the slaying shaders. You might actually have to go to the online updater in the settings on the left and update your shaders first. In fact, the overlay that you see that like shows the buttons I'm pressing, that's actually also built into my emulator in RetroArch. Pretty cool. What am I doing? Although I usually like the dark theme, so it's weird that I haven't changed it the last couple streams. I do like the gray. Yeah, it's nice that I don't have to have like another piece of software for people to see my inputs. Even when I'm on Hitbox, right, I can change the controller to Hitbox so you can see my buttons that way. Kids have been playing with my Hitbox, so I'm on controller. You never realize that the buttons... Yeah! Yeah, it's not just a frame, they're actually showing you my inputs. Pretty dope, huh? I'm too fucking blind, bro. No, that's fair. I mean, and it's also pretty discreet, like the shading on the buttons. I don't know if it's easier to see on the dark theme. It might be easier to see. Yeah, I think it's easier to see. Maybe not the D-pad. Mm. What am I doing? Get me out of here. Way too late. Buttons. Great, now I'm mesmerized. Buttons. What am I doing? I'm judging me right now. I've already lost my confidence of walking off that hill. Mm. So close. I know. How you doing, Pentrano? We've gotten to the last jump. I keep messing up on the, just not grabbing the fence. This part's really tough, though. No! You're a little too hard. And now we're just, like, regressing so hard. So hard. Crap, I let go of jump when I walked off. I have no idea. I should just try to get back to walking off the cliff there. I need to land on the ground first. Crap. 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 Shit. Regression. What? Why did I go? I can never get good at these Kaizo games, so I'm amazed by anyone who can actually make it 2 feet. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've played Kaizo for a while, and whoops. I think that's the biggest trick to Kaizo is just playing. It's kind of nice that not everyone has the same skill set. It's fun to, like, you know, watch people grow and watch people do stuff that you say you'd never do, and then you do something and you're like, wow, I will never be able to bounce off a shell like that. And then you do it, and you're like, well, I'd never be able to do a double shell jump, and then you do it, and you're like, well, I'd never be able to. I don't know, it's fun. It's kind of a fun, constant growth game. Like, not many other games give you this many chances and opportunities to just get better. I should not have left-righted at different parts. So it's really cool. You could if you truly wanted to. All you gotta do is boot them up. I was definitely someone who watched people for like 6 months and said I'd never do this, and here I am like 400 hacks later. You wouldn't know it. You would think that I should be able to breeze through this, but I play too many other games. My skills aren't. Oh god. Okay. Ah. Dang. That was close. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of your heart. Yeah. I don't know what I was going for. I already forgot my point. Okay. We're close. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Ugh. That trick is hard. That one's probably what I get least consistent. No. Oh, I can't go back because the shell spawns right there, so going back would do nothing for me. We're so close. We're gonna get it. Then we're gonna go raid Monkey. Dang, it's 9:30 already. Ugh. You too, huh? Thank you, Monkey. Oh. Made an Alka-Seltzer to kind of help settle my stomach a little bit. It is flavorless. Oh. It is not good. How can something flavorless be so bad? Trust me, it is. Oh, I don't even want to drink the rest. I got to. Go put some lemon juice in it or something. Ugh. Ugh. Not good. Not good. Okay, I was gonna say, my GG better not have that nasty Alka-Seltzer face. What am I doing? Boo! Alright, come on, Mario. We're in one good run mode. I'm just not really putting together many good runs. Cool. Not do stupid shit like that. I need to hold jump on that and just pulse run. But it's backwards, right? I'm used to holding run and pulsing jump. But I need to do it the other way around. I need to hold jump and pulse run. And I just keep doing that backwards. There I hesitated between throwing and going. I bet if I ended now and came back tomorrow, I'd get this GG in like 5-10 minutes. Ah. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know I'm not making a lot of progress, but I appreciate you guys lurking and chilling and all the conversation we've had tonight. Oh, no. No, I went left too soon after the throw. Okay. Technically progress. We're running out of tiles to be able to say that. Can't believe I screwed that up. Again. What am I doing? Missing that shell feels like harder to do than hitting it. Knew I came in a little too high on grabbing the shell. Gotta really come in underneath it. These hacks unlock the real potential of Mario's moveset. I'll read the rest of that in a second. Imagine an official, right? And I mean, yeah, they have Mario Maker too, but it's not the same, right? Like, their physics are different. They tried. But yeah, just... Imagine any of these creators working for Nintendo. It'd be crazy to get, like, a modern, like, revamp, remake of Super Mario World with just some of these possibilities and stuff. It'd be cool. I just don't know that Nintendo would know how to fully harness it, right? Because some people also write custom code to make Mario and sprites in the environment do stuff that isn't in the base game. And so there's also that. They would just need to get some creativity pumping over in those Nintendo offices, you know? Okay. No! I even saw me, like, jolt off the shell there. Ah, dang, that was close. We're right there. We are right there. Boo. Come on, get me back to the end again. I really want to complete this level tonight. Yeah, absolutely. The fact that it can still handle all these things that people throw at it. The fact that people, after 13 years, right? Actually longer, like almost 20 years. Because I think the first Kaizo hack came out in 2007, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2005, somewhere in there. In 20 years, that people can still come up with new stuff is amazing. And it's capable of running on like OG hardware, right? It's not like you have to have an emulator to play it. That's impressive. It's impressive. So they did something right? Even if they would have a different focus, were they to make Kaizo right? Because they'd want like people to be able to beat it. They'd want it to be approachable. Otherwise, people wouldn't buy it, right? Beauty of Kaizo is that, you know, people make this for nothing other than passion, right? Legally, you can't sell these patches. You can't make money off it because then that's copyright infringement. And so, yeah, like, finding the right people who do it for all the right reasons and just for the passion of Kaizo, beautiful thing. Not many games see community like this either. Pretty cool. Come on. That would have been it if I would have hit the turn block on the first one. That was the run. I ruined it. I'm definitely getting sleepy. Aria, I need you to participate. Again, I realize I've stopped walking off that edge. I think it's because I want to be done. I want to get the GG. And I feel like working on too many things at once is going to slow me down. But maybe that's why the GG is waiting to happen. It's waiting for me to do that way. Oops, didn't finish that last comment. Yeah, I was waiting. Passion is where all the innovative game ideas come from. Oop. It's all about the money. And then releasing DLC when really the game feels empty without the DLC, and the DLC feels pointless and it should have been in the game. Just so they could squeeze 20 more bucks out of you. Sucks. Or even worse, when the DLC is just aesthetics. Oh, you want a different costume? It's gonna cost you $5. Sorry. Or even worse, let's put in a gacha system. That way you gotta pay real currency for this fake currency. It gives you a chance at getting something. Fuck, man. Oh, yawning while kaizoing. Dangerous game. I think I'm starting to slip. I think I might just have to call it and get this GG in a couple tries next stream. We're right there. We just got to put all the pieces together. We know what we're doing. We're just not getting a lot of consistency tonight with our maneuvers. Yeah. I'm gonna try one more time at that show. Right there. And if we mess it up again, I'm just gonna call it. I have to get up for work. Tomorrow anyway. I'm starting to get tired without my sleeping meds. I have insomnia. So I kind of want to take advantage of me being tired. It doesn't happen very often. Really want to get it tonight, but I'll do one more at that shell, and then we'll get it tomorrow. Get your sleep, bro. Yeah, I miss the days when you bought a game as a complete product. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate some DLC, right? And, you know, some games really do have their the DLC is like standalone and just adds extra content. I'm all about that. Like the Dark Souls franchise. Every time they add DLC, it's like, you know, additional content. And the game feels complete without it. You know, take it. I miss when games weren't 60, 70, 80 bucks. I'm a little old, but I remember when games were 20 and 30 bucks. And the really big titles were like 40 sometimes. Okay. Let's call it. I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll do better at this tomorrow. We're gonna get it right away. But alright, let's go raid Bunky. Let's go give him some love. Ah, Big Lee. With his big beard. Let's go. Aye. Go give some love to Bunky. Pay him back for the raid that he gave us. And then we'll be all caught up on raids. Yeah, dude, of course. Always here for it. Yeah, Pendulum, thank you for swinging in. I always like meeting new friends. And anybody else that followed and subbed on all the platforms. We are on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. We're also on TikTok. We've been taking a little break from there because it's putting a lot of stress on my PC. And until I can have enough followers to get a stream key and stream out of OBS and not have to use their studio, we're just taking a slight break from streaming on TikTok, but we'll be back. I'll figure all that out, but yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. It was a great time. We got some new subs too. Osweed, thank you so much for that. We also got a YouTube sub, which is different, but it's a sub nonetheless, so thank you so much. yeah, we'll go raid Bunky. You guys have yourself a great night. I will be back tomorrow with at least one stream. We'll either play some more Pokemon, or we'll play some Alan Wake. I think Alan Wake is actually up. So I think we might go Alan Wake, but we might shake it up and do some Pokemon. We had a really good Pokemon stream earlier today. Made a lot of good progress, so hope to see you guys tomorrow. If not, have yourself a happy, safe, productive Friday. Remember, you are loved, you matter, and yeah, glad to have you here. You are not your thoughts unless your thoughts are that you're awesome, in which case you are your thoughts. On that note, have yourself a great night, and we'll talk soon.